Weaponized autist for me is someone that take massive action and think later because shit posting is fun. More weird the concept is, like an app that makes people grow taller, than app where people scan their wee to have some data. The more weird it is, the most viral it goes.
Okay, David, thank you for accepting my invite. You're the first one in this new podcast where I'm going to just try to make people discover profile from X. And I think that you're a really good one because you exploded not long ago. Who are you, David?
Hi Florent. I am French. So I started my building public on X 6 months ago. And so I got a bit famous because I for a weird reason, because I call out basically profile on X that were sharing a revenue screenshot from Revenue Cat, Superwall, Stripe, and Shopify, but they were not mentioning their apps. They didn't mention what were the app names. And I found that very surprising. Like, why? I mean, why would you want some clout without sharing like all the informations? And then I did some digging, and I saw like, okay, like maybe that's because they don't want some competition. Maybe that's because they run some ads on Meta, and they don't want their alpha to decay. They don't want to other competitors to copy what they're doing on Meta, which is fair. Or with 90% of the case, they are straight up lying, which is which is so yeah. So that's how I exploded on X, and in parallel, I was working on my first mobile app, which is called Stoppr, which is an app for women to stop their sugar cravings.
Well, really cool. We'll deep dive in in your app later, but first I want you to explain your bio because I like to start by that. And your bio
Okay.
is journaling my experiments as a weaponized autist. Explain weaponized autist.
Weaponized autist is not my term. It's a term that I heard from someone on YouTube. It's called Rob the Bank. Is quite famous in the US. Weaponized autist is, for me, is someone that takes a massive action and think later. So the way to make Stopper works, or to make like any marketing for any business working, you have to post in mass, in bulk, across dozens and dozens of TikTok and Instagram, and then wonder later if it's going to work. Because most of the time when me and my ambassador post on TikTok for Stopper, I just don't know if it's going to work. So basically, weaponized autist is, for me, is to have a massive volume of actions, and then to basically filter out later. Like, you just keep later what worked, and then get rid of what was not working, basically.
Yeah, which is something that worked for you and also worked for a lot of people. And I can see that because when I saw you first time on X, you were working on Stopper, then you were bashing every day, what's the app everywhere. And then I started to follow you because of different reasons, because you were also talking a lot about distribution, influence marketing. But since then, I think it was only 6 months ago, like you said, you did Stopper, now you have Soreel, and you just have what's the app. So basically you listen, you do what you say because you ship a lot. So yeah, congrats for that.
Thank you.
I wanted to go back to before X. Like, who were you? What did you do before X?
Okay. Before X, I was working in trading. So, like, basically, like, I was a quant. I was a back office quant. So I was basically making script in Python and JavaScript for traders. I was helping traders to make a good decisions with backtest with trading script, and that's what I did between 2010 and 2022. So for 12 years. Yeah.
Okay, and then why did you decide to start posting on X, basically?
Because shit posting is fun. Actually, that's quite fun. Um, yeah. So basically, like it was a small experiment for me. Like I started to do to post probably, I don't know, the first month maybe like six times per day. And as everyone, I got between 10 views and 200 views per post, I didn't care much actually. And then when I started to get some momentum, and when I saw that people were actually like listening to what they were actually like interested to what I was doing with Stoppr. And because I was also like sharing some revenue screenshot of Stoppers and some data, like what I was doing with influencers on TikTok and etc. Because there is a bit of this like of live building public, live storytelling. So like it was fun for me to share, and it was like, I think interesting for my followers to follow.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's what I follow you. I really like the
Thank you.
distribution part of that. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's go back to Stoppr. You said it yourself that you basically copied Quittr, right? Explain
I
that.
mean, for the first 3 weeks, yes, because I knew nothing about design, about MVP, about what makes an app going viral or not. So my thought process was actually let's step back 2 weeks before Stoppr. 2 weeks before Stoppr, I watch a podcast with a Quitter guys. And there were three co-founders, 18 years old, 19 years old, and the third one, Mac. As back then, he was 21 years old. And after 3 months, they were making $200,000 revenue per month. Okay, that's by the way, that's impressive. And I checked their app. I downloaded their app. I paid for the app, and it was shit. Like the onboarding was amazing. The onboarding was actually amazing, but what was happening after the onboarding, once you paid for the app, it was absolutely bad. By why? Because that's an app that has that is supposed to make you stop consuming some adult content, and there is no way that app does that. Basically. Okay. And so I was like, okay, so if those three guys, they can do that with a lot of marketing and with an app that is that bad. So I came to the conclusion that when you make a lot of money with an app, it's not about what is happening after the onboarding. It's about what is happening during the onboarding. So if you work with a great niche, so like a niche to grow taller. Like if you want to grow your height taller, I know it's not possible, but that there is the taller app makes 100K per month. Quitter to quit adult content makes 500K per month. So when you are in the good niche and when your onboarding is amazing, so I came to the conclusion like to make a lot of money, that's possible. So what I did, I was like, instead of reinventing the wheel myself, I will make a copy of Quitter. I will change the word adult content by Sugar. I will change the copy a bit. I will change the color a bit, and then done. And that's all. I was about. So I did the MVP in 3 weeks. The onboarding plus a few features after the onboarding. And 1 month later, I made in revenue from $5,000, which was for me the proof that even with a bad app, because back then it was really like a shitty app, like Stoppr was a shitty app. Even with a good onboarding, even with a bad marketing, by the way, because it was like my first month ever, I was just lucky to work with some influencers that got me like a few millions of views. So that's why I made 5K dollars revenue first month. And in profit was probably like 20%, because I worked with four influencers, and each I was paying like $1,000. So yeah.
Mm. And now I think you reached 13K and now it's going down a bit, right?
Yeah, because like in September it was great. Like in September I did like 13 million views. No, yeah, actually I did 13 million views, and that's why my in September my last 30 days of revenue was around 13K. And because of my churn is like 70%, and because in October I got only like a few million views, like probably like between 2 and 3 millions, and it was not like qualified views. So less downloads, the retention was shit. So yeah, drop.
Well, let's go back because there is few important things I think that you say. The first one is that basically people buy the cover of the book. They don't really care what is inside. So they want the promise, which is I will quit sugar or I will quit corn. And you did that and you did it really well. So what is a good onboarding for you?
So there is this meta. For health app, health and fitness app, I don't know for the other apps. I cannot comment on that. But for health app, I noticed that the longer the onboarding is, the better. There are some apps like Yazo or some other like that. They have like 72 screens. So most of people like me, or maybe like you, like most of people, you will ask, yeah, like 72 screen, like who the heck will go through 72 screen? Actually, that's a lot of people. In Stoppr, I have like 45 screen, and my paywall show rate, paywall is basically at the end of the paywall, is 75%. So 75% of Gen Z open the app, and first time they will go through the entire onboarding, eh, 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 and see the paywall. So first point, the paywall has to be long. You have to repeat what are the benefits of stopping sugar a lot. Like not on just one screen. You have to make each screen with a maximum one sentence, two sentences maximum, not a lot of words, because we are talking to Gen Z, and their attention span is short, and their IQ is low, etc. um, and it has to be pretty. Like when you go through an onboarding, it's like a sales letter, but for an app. And you have to I mean, I know it's a bit difficult to describe with words, but you have to leave a specific a unique experience. If it's just a quiz, basically just a quiz, just a questionnaire, that's boring. It has to be like you have to repeat the benefits, to repeat like the pain point. Like if you don't subscribe to Stoppr, you will keep having um, low testosterone, low libido, low productivity. You will have some acne, etc., etc., etc. So there is not a generic answer for your question. The best answer is to go on TikTok to see like what the influencers talk about your niche, about the main pain points, and to talk about that in your onboarding a lot. So for me, like people who consume sugar, they feel a lot distant from God, which was surprising for me. And when they consume a lot of sugar, they have some acne. So that's why in my onboarding, I ask a lot my copy about but like if you want to feel like closer to God, feel better with yourself, and to have a less to have a better glowing skin, yeah, you should stop processed sugar.
It's interesting because I felt like there is not a lot of indie hackers who knows Alex Hormozy or Russell Brunson. And this is basically like what you say is what they do is like any product you want to build, any product you want to sell, you have to first deep dive into who is your avatar. You have to target one person, which is for you someone who wants to quit sugar. Then you have to go on Reddit. You have to go everywhere where this person is actually spending time to know the vocabulary, know what is the pain points, know why they want to quit sugar. And then when you have all this information, it becomes either email sequence, either a video sales later, or an onboarding on a B2B, B2C SaaS. So that's pretty interesting that you say that because I think not a lot of people know that, like all the research that you have to do before actually building a product. And I think that a good source would be one of the book of Russell Brunson or, yeah, Alex Hormozy. Or is there any other people that inspired you for that?
So for the record, I never read those books. I probably should have, but yeah, uh, yeah. So the founders from from Kalei, Blake and Zach, they appeared on YouTube on a lot of podcasts, and all the source that I'm using is all the
Yes.
all the good stuff that I am doing for my marketing and for my apps is the stuff that they mention in podcast on YouTube. So yeah, Blake and Zach and like even the guys from Quittr. I think any guy that makes more than multiple six figures a month in revenue with their app as as something that that we should listen. Actually, I said all, probably not all, because some they do some stuff that are shady during their onboarding and paywall. Like there are a lot of apps they promise their user a trial, but they don't deliver on that trial. They charge the user right away, which is not ethical and which is not legal, by the way. Um, but you will be surprised, and I'm not going to give names on that podcast because it will make a target on my back. But there are a lot of apps that does that.
Yeah. Yeah. I know some app who do that. Okay, so let's say tomorrow I want to create a B2C app on iOS or Android. I take care first of the onboarding. Of course, I build a good product. I take care of the onboarding. The onboarding is really clean. My conversion rate is 70%, 75%. I did everything good. That's what you say, no? Or 17?
For me, the paywall show rate, like the number of paywalls that see the paywall, it's 75%.
Okay,
The conversion rate is more like
4%, which is still
4%.
pretty good. Okay, so you did all good. And now I need to do marketing because you need actually to put people in this funnel. You did influencer marketing. How did you do that? And what are the good things to do?
So if you are a normal person and if you do your first app, it would be very normal that your app sucks and your app onboarding sucks, but you don't know it yet, and you don't have some data to know that because you don't have downloads and you don't have. So what I did, I worked with big influencers. When I say big influencers, it was probably like around 200,000 followers. And the average views back then, it was like 6 months ago, it was around 100,000 views per video. So my recommendation for a new app will be to work with big influencers, not a lot, probably like between 2, 3, and 4, for like 1 month to work at least to work with different profiles. Because me, to stop sugar, I didn't know like if I should work with a Gen Z, with a boomer, with a 30 years old, with a man, with a woman, with a dog. I just with someone that will with someone that is Christian or Muslim. Or I just so like you have to work with a different profile and with a big influencers. And basically, if each influencer if you have a deal with them of like four videos per month, which is with each one video per week. Even if the first video you have a lot of downloads, but they don't convert, you will see like in Superworld, in Revenue-Cat, or like in Mixpanel, where in your onboarding you have the leak. Because very likely for your first onboarding, first time you do marketing for your app, there will be some leak in your onboarding. Leak is basically like they go through the viewers, they go through like the users, they go through the app, and at some point they see a screen that they don't like for some reason, and then they will quit. So in my opinion, that's the best workflow to work with a few different big influencers and then pray, basically.
If you want to get to $13,000 MRR through short-form video like David, you have two options. Pay for UGC creators, but you need a big budget for that and it will cut your profit. Or do it yourself. Record and publish a video daily until you go viral. If you choose the second option, you should have a look at PostBridge. Because posting a video on one platform gives you only one chance to go viral. But if you post the same video on Instagram, TikTok, X, LinkedIn, or YouTube, you multiply your chances to hit the jackpot. But the problem is, it takes forever to upload one video per one on each platform. And luckily, PostBridge fixed it. You record only once and you publish everywhere in one click. So more platform means more chances to go viral. That's leverage. I'm talking about this tool because I used it myself to post a video every single day for 85 days. And thanks to PostBridge, I could do that on every platform. So now if you want to give it a try, you can click on the link in the description and enjoy 7-day free trial. And as a welcome bonus, you will get a free course that will teach you how to go from 0 to 1 million views through short form video. So click on the link below and enjoy your free trial.
So you said like you targeted influencers who had an average view of 100,000 per video. So you don't really care about the number of followers, right? You check more the number.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how much did you pay, if you can share it, for 4 video a month?
As I said in the beginning, like it was $1,000 for 1 month. It was for four videos.
Okay.
And I ask a minimum guaranteed accumulated views of 1 million views across the 4 videos. So the gist that I had, basically, I was paying upfront 20% of $1,000, and I was asking, okay, like you have to post four videos, and across the 4 videos, I want at least 1 million views. So I don't care if this one will make 50K or this one 20K. Like I want the total for the 4 to make. And basically, like if they don't reach the 1 million views after the 1 week after posting a video number 4, they have to keep posting. To keep posting until the cumulative views of all the videos make 1 million views.
Really interesting. And how did you find them? You say that you were praying a lot.
Yeah. I found them actually like directly from Instagram and TikTok. I use the search bar. I was looking for like keywords in my niche, which are quit sugar, no sugar, stop sugar, and then like in my For You page for those keywords, I just browse, and then when you outreach to 100 people, like for me, like it was by email, it was by DM directly on Instagram and TikTok. So like for every influencer across all channels where it was possible to outreach for the specific influencers, I did. Like often in their bios, they have their email. they have some Linktree URL where with a list of their Instagram, OnlyFans, I am not joking, by the way. OnlyFans, TikTok, Instagram, and email. So yeah, on all those channels, I was like pam 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 pam, and yeah, and at some point when you get two or three influencers that will reply to you in a batch of 100, that's great actually.
That's cool. And then you put a retainer on them, like you were keep paying them every month. Did you keep them all, or you?
No, because like there are a ton of stuff that I didn't know back then. Like I was working with influencers that were for me like it was not working. Like even if they were making a ton of views, a ton of millions of views for me, that didn't bring me much downloads. And there are some others where videos making like 50K views. There are tons of people in the comments on those videos asking some more information about the app, about Stoppr. So yeah. So
Okay.
I kept so that's very difficult to track from which video I made which downloads because people like when they see a video they like they will get out of TikTok and Instagram and then they will go on the App Store directly and look for Stoppr. So for me, that's a very difficult for me to track that. But basically, like I know when I have an ongoing current video, and I know when I see a spike of downloads, I can make a back of napkin math basically to link that spike of download with that viral video.
Okay. So this is all you track. You don't have any like coupon or affiliate link to know like.
I do, but because the people don't use it much actually. So yeah.
I see. And so this is Stoppr. You're still working on it, but I saw recently that you were looking for a partner for it to give a
Yeah.
share of your business to actually focus on something else. Like, can you explain why?
Because to work on the marketing on Stoppr for me that's a full-time job. That's actually a full-time job. To look for influencers, ambassadors, to look for to post myself on TikTok and Instagram, to train them, to manage them as well. That's actually like a full-time job. And I think my time will be better spent if I work on my SaaS that I launched 2 weeks ago, which are Soreel and what's the app. So I know that with Stoppr, I basically like I don't know if Stoppr could go to 50K a month. I don't know. I actually don't know like if the no sugar niche can go like to such lengths. But what I know, I am not the person to. I don't have the skills to do that. I need someone. I need a weaponized autist that is better than me. Actually, I need some degen that is like 19 to 20 years old to find some influencer for me and to pass.
Okay, so you will keep build Stoppr yourself, like you will still code,
Yeah.
and then you need someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But on the second part, which are your new app, which are like web app, Soreel, and what's the app, you did the opposite. Because now you are looking for co-maker, which are like people who code, and then you take care of the marketing.
Yes. That's funny because I figured out like when you sell to I'm trying to say that in a nice way. When you sell to smarter people, that's less marketing and that's I wouldn't say that's easier marketing, but yeah. For me, like the marketing that I do for What's the App and for Soreel, that I basically just yap on X, and which is fun actually. But yeah, like, and for me that's not fun to post myself some to use my to use my TikTok farm, not mine, but like I rent a TikTok farm for Stoppr. And not fun to create the content myself on TikTok, Instagram, and to manage the ambassadors and to manage the influencers. That's too much work. And in term of revenue for now, that's not much. So like there's something obviously that for stoppers that I don't know how to scale, and I need someone basically that knows marketing for mobile apps that did that before, who work on some viral app before. And if I have to share, like if I have to split the revenue 50-50, like to get to multiple 5 figures revenue or multiple 6 figures revenue per month, yeah, sure.
Yeah, makes sense. I feel like I started online following Peter Levels, and I remember back in the day, and he's still saying the same. He was always like, yeah, don't share your revenue, keep 100% ownership of your company. So that's something that stayed in my mind at the beginning, but I found out that it's not for me. I like to share because I like to stay on my genius zone, which is distribution. If I had like to build the product myself, do the distribution and do everything myself, I will make maybe like you 5K a month. But then if you share like 50-50 and someone is taking care of the distribution, the other guy is building, you can actually make 10 times more, which is at the end better than just doing
Yes,
yourself.
yes.
And I see a lot of people like Thibaut Maker was talking about that, like finding a co-maker as well. There is John Rush who talked about that. And I'm following the same path. And I think if you know what's your genius zone, if you know where you should spend your time, exactly like you said, maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah, and by the way, like that's thanks to my yapping on X that I found Borak, which is my co-founder for What's the App and for Soreel, and that I found yesterday someone for Stoppr. So so yeah. So yeah, so basically, like when you build in public and share, sometimes like even people who don't comment, don't like, don't interact with your post, they just see like for months and months like what you are doing. Like they follow closely, and basically like whenever you post something public, yeah, like hey, like I am looking for a crack dev for Stoppr. I'm looking for a crack marketing guy for different projects. Yeah, so that's how I got dozens and dozens of DMs, and yeah.
I think it's crazy because people will watch this interview. There was probably few of you who are at the beginning of Twitter. You're struggling. You're like sending tweet every day and no one is answering. But trust me, and I'm sure David will agree, it's 100% worth it to do it, because I did that back in 2021. Now I do it in English, and it's like the best value I ever had. Like, for example, with David, we talked a few days ago, like about building myself a B2C app. And I say, yeah, where did you find your co-maker? He say, yeah, I just did a tweet. I did a tweet yesterday. I got 55, more than 50 DM of dev. And they are like, it's not like beginners. Few of them are already making 30K a month with other app. And they are ready to build with me just because I have an audience and just because they are following me, and maybe they are aligned with what I publish every day or something like that. But as David said, like just having an audience on Twitter or X, you just publish something and you get like so much attention straight away, and you can actually build apps like What's the App and Soreel straight away, which is really cool. I wanted to go back to the two new apps. We'll start by the last one because that will be the fastest, I think. What's the App?
Yeah.
You jumped on the opportunity because Peter Levels did a post about MRR, basically. Then Stripe answered that they were going to do something about that to actually add trust into what people say, share about MRR. So Mark Lou did trustmrr.com, which was a banger. He made like 18,000 in about 3 days or something like that. And then you did exactly the same, but instead of Stripe, you use Revenue Cat.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so like basically like what the .app is a trustmrr.com, but for apps, for iOS and Android apps. So we did with Revenue Cat first because that was easier. They have an API. So okay, so first thing first, what's the app? So what's the app? That's the way for a built-in public app maker to share publicly his app. So I got famous with that quote. What's the app? Which was not planned, by the way. Like whenever you got famous with a meme, like it's not like not I'm going to post it and then like I will become famous. That just happened. And yeah, like with a lot of people that it did resonate because like they were tired of like of all those app makers like sharing a revenue screenshot. Like we thought going to the specifics. We thought like naming the app. So yeah, no. Right now, like they have this SaaS where they can log their app. They can connect their read-only API key with Revenue Cat. So basically, that's a single source of truth that can't be faked. And so that people that will go to this website, they will know that if a app is logged there and if a app is linked to someone on Twitter, they can know for sure that the app is real, the app exists, and the revenue linked to this app is real as well. So for now, we did with Revenue Cat because they have an API. We are going to do with Superwall. They're going to implement their API soon. They don't have an API yet. So for now, we might as well connect with Apple Store Connect API and with the Play Store API. So we are looking into that right now because we can onboard all the apps using Revenue Cat, but we are missing on all the apps not using Revenue Cat, which is like a huge bunch of apps actually. So yeah, we started that. Last Thursday. So what the app is 7 days old, and the same as trustmrr.com. We are selling on the website some ad placement for $500 per ad placement, and we sold 3 so far. 3 in 7 days. So which is a proof that when you build in public and when you have like a bit of a good clout and when people trust you, whatever you post and whatever you sell, as long as it brings some value, you can definitely sell. Like I don't agree with Peter Levels when he said like yeah, like it's not because I post that I make some sales on Photo AI. Dude, yes, that's because you post that you make some sales on. Yeah. Because I know that whenever I post and whenever it makes like some views, like 10K, like 15K views, I see that I make like 1 sale, 2 sales on Soreel, 1 sale, 2 sale on what's the app as well, and because that's free marketing basically.
I think what Peter Levels says, and I think that's why it's not true what he says, that is that right now, after a few years, like a lot of his app have some SEO traction. So thanks to the SEO, he's selling. But I think he will have give up on product, like let's say Nomad List, before they had any SEO on that. He would have maybe give up if he didn't share that on Twitter, then he didn't get the Google Sheet that he shared to people. Like if you don't get a validation straight away on Twitter, you will probably just give up on the product. And as he got validation, he continued. And thanks to that, now he has a lot of traction with SEO. So now he doesn't really need Twitter to actually make sales.
Okay.
So I think that's true in that sense, but I agree with you, because if he didn't have like a huge audience and if he wasn't making so much views per post, he would have probably give up on the first product. So yeah, definitely. And you're also working on Soreel, but before
Soreel,
that,
yes.
which for you, because you say you want to stop Stoppr or stop working that much on Stoppr, to focus on the two new apps. Which one for you is like the app that you really want to focus on?
In term of momentum, I would say like what the app is a set that got a momentum straight away. Like we have 1,500 visitors day for a new SaaS that got launched again 7 days ago. So.
Crazy.
And so I was, and I'm also super bullish with Soreel. Why? Because the Sora 2 standard videos, they are, in terms of quality, they are bad. The quality of those videos, like for the video and for the audio, they are bad. And basically, like we have this solution that is between Sora 2 standard and Sora 2 Pro to make those standard video better. So I will not choose between the baby number 1 and baby number 2. Like I'm going to focus fully on what the app and sorry.
Interesting. So what is the like? Why should I join Soreel actually? What did you do with Soreel?
So if you have a Sora 2 Pro sub, like if you're paying like $200 for Sora 2 Pro, like you should not join Soreel, because like when you generate Sora 2 Pro video with the high definition filter, the quality of the video will be good. But if you are not paying $200 per month, that means like all the like 90% of the video you will generate with Sora will be bad in terms of video quality, in terms of the audio, and you're going to get some the Sora watermark as well. So if you don't want to pay like the $200, but you can afford basically like $1 per video, then you Soreel, and you are going to optimize to enhance your bad Sora 2 video to have a better video quality, to have a better sound quality. And because the watermarks will be removed as well, so that's
interesting. I like it because if I look at the last two apps you built, you really jumped on a trend. Like there was Soreel, there was Sora that came, Sora 2. People were talking about it. You were sharing a lot about it. You shared your how do you call it again? When you share your face to Sora.
Yeah, so there is this amazing feature in Sora. Like we can create our own the digital avatar. It's called that starts with a C. Cameo. Yeah. I don't know how to say that in English language. and I was super amazed with that because I was like, okay, like if I want to create my own influencer, or like if I want to make myself speak English without my French accent, and to have a consistent character, like good, like actually like super good looking video. To make some promotion for Stoppr, I was like, okay. I was like that Sora 2 Pro is so good that for me all the UGC ambassadors and influencers with low charisma, that don't have the power of influence, basically, they are done. They are done because Sora 2 Pro Sora 2 Pro until 2 weeks ago was super good, and then for some reason it got nerfed. Basically, like we can there are tons of scenario right now on Sora 2 that were possible before, but right now they are not just possible. I think that's going to change soon. I know that the guys from OpenAI, like they work on that. They work on Sora 2 Pro to remove also the limitation, to remove this nerf. But right now, like even myself, like I don't use the Sora 2 Pro because like whenever I try to generate a video, that's blocked, basically.
Interesting. But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like you really find the way to just like ship fast based on trend, and you did that with like Sora. Now you did it with What's the App. Are you going to keep shipping like that, like anytime there is a new trend? And do you think there is a limit about it?
No, because I'm doing that full time, so no. Mark Lou, I don't know how many SaaS or project he has, probably 10, 15. For Peter Level, same. So, and basically the time, like Soreel for the MVP and What's the App for the MVP, like when in terms of dev, like I didn't do the dev, by the way. It was my co-founder Burak. In terms of days of dev, in terms of timeline, it's like days, between 3 days and for What's the App, it was 1 day and a few hours. For Soreel, it was 5 days. So yeah, to make a micro SaaS in less than a week with a cursor, AI, etc. That's insane, by the way. Yeah. So as long as it keeps as long as the new trends keeps coming, and as long as I don't have anything better to do, I will keep shipping.
Let's keep shipping. So what is your goal actually? Why do you build? Why do you want to do all of that?
The goal is to make money, because like we are charging a subscription with Soreel. We are charging ad placement with What's the App. I am charging a subscription with Stoppr. So I'm not doing some charity. I am offering some genuine good products that works, and I use myself Stoppr to track my calories, to track my sugar. I use myself Soreel to enhance my Sora 2 standard videos. I use What's the App to do the promotion of Soreel, because like there is an ad placement on What's the App for Soreel. So yeah, like the main goal, I would say, is money. It's money. I mean, I would say like I could say something. That's about the journey, about to have fun. Yes, that's about the journey to have fun. We have some fun, but there are lots of stuff that people on the in the background, they don't see, like the customer complaints, the customer bad reviews, like the bugs, the stuff that don't work, the servers that crash. This part is not fun, but yeah. So we started for the money, for the lore, and I mean, as long as people, as long as I love it, as I keep using it, and the customer love it, we will keep shipping, yeah, features and.
And who inspired you?
Peter Schlovels, Mark Lowe, Jack Fricks. Actually, yeah.
That's pretty fun. Yeah, there's such like a kind of bubble on Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
yes, there is like this kind of few Avengers that are going in one direction, and there is this this whole group of people who are following this trend until there is a new one who joined the Avengers and go in another direction. But yeah, it's basically that, which is really funny. Well, is there a question that I should have asked you and I didn't ask, David?
So yeah, so I am going to work on a new mobile app soon. I will do the dev this time. Because what I notice with apps like Quittr, with Toller, with Kalei, when those apps works, they work very well from the first week. It's not like it's not like Stoppr. It's not like first month 5K and then 7K and then slowly but steady. So I have some ideas of controversial apps concepts that could go viral. So I will work on that because a pattern that I notice, the more weird the concept is, like an app that makes people grow taller, or an app where people scan their wee to have some data. The more weird it is, the most viral it goes. So
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, that's really kind of often problem that you can't solve, but still people try everything. And when you talk about the wee, I remember that I did a lot of affiliate SEO, and where there was like few peers where I was making the most money because I was doing like 60% commission on that. And that was exactly this. That was a supplement to make you wee bigger. And I'm like, it doesn't work. You look at the like everything, it doesn't work. It doesn't harm people, which is good, but just doesn't work. But people still like they are trying to pay to get a result that they know will never come, which is crazy.
So like there is this famous finance movies like in the US, like at some point, like I think it's a CEO from Goldman Sachs, the bank, and he was saying like, yeah, like if they are willing buyers, sell basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, like people from the app Toller on Quitter, like they don't go there to grow taller or like to stop consuming adult content. Is because like when they have access to the app, they get access to some Telegram channel or like some chat in the app, and like there are like thousands of people. I don't know if it's real people or not, but like there are thousands of people, and if you go on the Telegram of Quitter, it's like pam, 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 pam. It's
And
like is there like 17,000 people.
so they don't do a community straight away on the app. Like for example, Flow, to see like your menstrual cycle as a woman. There is like an entire community straight away on the app. App like Quitter, they don't do at all like a community on the app. It's just a Telegram.
Yeah. They have both. They have the community inside the app plus Telegram.
Really interesting.
But what is good with Telegram? Like I think with Telegram that's not possible to fake. Like every user on Telegram is real. Like is real with a real phone number. So like maybe they hire some VAs in the Philippines to create fake accounts and to simulate some traction. Maybe. But still, when you have 17,000 people, I think most of them they are real. But when you have when community inside your app to fake some message with AI with ChatGPT, that's possible actually.
Yeah. So yeah, you talk about the community because you say people are okay. They are joining something that doesn't exist, like Toller, for example, but they get into a community that help them maybe accept themselves better, like make them feel like okay, I'm part of a community of people like me.
Yeah. I think what is going to make Stoppr grow to 50K a month, it's not the fact that the app is actually helping people to stop sugar. That is basically like they're going to have this community inside the app plus Telegram group plus Telegram group. Yeah.
Really interesting. Okay, well, that's.
I mean, same for me. Like I don't agree that's how the world should work, but that's what those people want. They don't really want to solve their problems. They're here like to make some friends basically. And yeah.
Well, if you help them do that, then
yeah,
it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
I will ask you a question that I usually ask. Who should I invite next?
So I have a public community on Twitter which is called App Pirates. Pirates, sorry. And in that one, there is a guy making with an app for doctors, a mobile app for doctors. He's making like 75K months, and basically is a crack with ads with Meta paid ads. So if that's a topic of interest for you and like for your subscribers, I think like to have someone cracked to have a master on that topic that applies his concept to his own app and makes 75K a month. I would say him. Yeah.
Do you have his name?
I don't remember his name, but if you go on what the app is first, basically.
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Well, you know what? I'll check straight away. So is Vams93?
Yes, him. Yeah.
So VAM_Z93. Interesting. Well, I will contact him. Yeah, I think ads are really interested as well because there's this guy, a French guy as well, who was on Starter Story, Samuel, I think. And he was talking about that as well. He was like basically doing an app and then doing ads straight away. Like doesn't even think about like organic traffic or whatever. And I think it's an interesting topic because, yeah, again, not a lot of people talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and myself, I am convinced that's much easier to make money for Stoppr with paid ads than with influencers, because whenever I stop marketing for Stoppr, like the revenue drops. So I need to find a better marketing than that to make constantly millions of views on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, ads is a good idea for sure.
Yes.
Well, David, thank you. I will put the link in the description where to find him on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, OnlyFans, everywhere, and go follow him or buy his subscription.
I am not on OnlyFans, by the way, but if you think I should sell some pictures of my feet, for example, yeah.
Okay, tell me in the comment if you should open one. Well, thank you, David. I wish you the best. I know you will explode on X. You're already doing it, so yeah, I have no doubt about it. Thanks for your time, and see you soon.